Hot dogs look innocent, until you find out what some brands are stuffing inside those casings. From chemical cocktails to mystery meats, here are 6 hot dog brands to avoid, and what's actually safe. Hot dogs are one of America's most iconic foods. Ball games, cookouts, 4th of July fireworks, you can't picture any of it without that sizzling, smoky cylinder on a bun. But here's the catch, not all hot dogs are created equal. Some are delicious backyard classics, and some are basically a science project with grill marks. If you've ever stared at a hot dog label and felt like you were reading a medical report, don't worry. You're about to learn which brands to ditch ASAP, and which ones won't make your stomach file a complaint. Let's break it down brand by brand. 1. Bar-S, the budget hot dog that comes with a hidden cost. Bar-S hot dogs might be the cheapest option in the grocery store, but the savings come at a heavy price. These franks contain mechanically separated meats, corn syrup, added fillers, and artificial flavorings that turn your grill into a chemical experiment. Mechanically separated meat basically means the leftover scrapings from carcasses, bones, trimmings, and whatever still clings to them, are blasted off using high-pressure machinery. If that doesn't make your appetite run away, the ingredient list might: sodium erythorbate, sodium nitrate, and a collection of preservatives that sound like they belong in a car battery. Many people claim Bar-S hot dogs have a rubbery texture and an aftertaste that lingers longer than the party itself. Cheap? Yes. Worth it? Not even if they paid you to eat them. Safe alternative. Go with Applegate Organics or Organic Prairie. Both brands use real beef, no fillers, no nitrates, and ingredients you can pronounce without a chemistry tutor. 2. Oscar Mayer Classic Wieners, classic only in the sense of classic mistakes. Oscar Mayer has been around forever. Their jingle is iconic, their packaging screams nostalgia, but their ingredient list screams, "Please don't eat me." The classic wieners are packed with corn syrup, dextrose, sodium phosphate, and unnamed flavorings that raise more questions than answers. Plus, they contain mechanically separated turkey and chicken, which are usually included to cut costs, not to elevate quality. When you bite into one, it's soft in a way meat should never be soft. You know exactly what I mean. The bigger issue is the nitrates and nitrites, preservatives linked to increased cancer risks when consumed regularly. And in Oscar Mayer's case, they're not shy with them. The brand is great at marketing, but when it comes to clean ingredients, they flunk the test. Safe alternative. Try Nathan's Natural Casing hot dogs or True Story Foods uncured beef dogs. They're flavorful, simple, and not built in a chemistry lab. 3. Ballpark Franks, they plump when you cook 'em. But so do the additives. Ballpark Franks are famous for that phrase, they plump when you cook 'em. Cool marketing, but the truth behind the plumping is less magical and more chemical. These hot dogs are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and fillers that expand when heated. Ballpark Franks use a meat blend that includes mechanically separated chicken and turkey, beef trimmings, and whatever's cheapest to keep production costs low. Think of it as the Frankendog of the supermarket. Many nutritionists have pointed out that Ballpark Franks have some of the highest sodium content in the mainstream hot dog category, sometimes hitting nearly half your recommended daily sodium in one dog. Put 2 in a bun and you might as well start inflating yourself. The texture is also suspiciously uniform. If your meat looks as smooth as Play-Doh, something isn't right. Safe alternative. Go with Boar's Head all-beef uncured dogs. Real beef, no fillers, perfect snap, excellent flavor. 4. Hebrew National, sounds holy, but the ingredient list isn't. Hebrew National markets itself as a higher quality brand with the slogan, "We answer to a higher authority." Well, the higher authority may need to take a closer look at the label, because these dogs are still processed with preservatives and ingredients many consumers avoid. Although they use beef rather than mixed meats, Hebrew National Franks still include sodium nitrite, potassium lactate, and autolyzed yeast extract, an MSG alternative that can trigger headaches for some people. And while they're advertised as made from premium cuts, reports and lawsuits in recent years have questioned the sourcing standards and whether the beef always meets the stricter guidelines claimed. Taste-wise? They're salty, very salty. Enough to make you drain a gallon of water after a barbecue. Safe alternative. Try Peterson's Farms uncured beef hot dogs, clean ingredients, no preservatives, and great flavor without the chemical overload. 5. Great value hot dogs. The name says value, not quality. Walmart's Great Value brand hot dogs are definitely cheap, but the list of what's inside may convince you to spend a little more. These franks include mechanically separated meats, high levels of sodium, corn syrup, and coloring additives. The value is mostly in the price and the long shelf life. Seriously, these things last longer than some marriages. When food refuses to expire, that's usually because preservatives are doing some heavy lifting. Taste-wise, many people describe them as mushy, spongy, or mysteriously sweet. That sweetness comes from corn syrup, which has no business being in a hot dog but appears anyway. The aftertaste? Wicked. You may need a mint, a nap, and a life re-evaluation afterward. Safe alternative. Choose Simple Truth organic grass-fed beef hot dogs from Kroger or Applegate no sugar dogs. 6. Sabrett, the street cart legend with questionable ingredients. If you've ever been to New York City, you've probably seen Sabrett hot dogs under the blue and yellow umbrellas. They're iconic, they're everywhere, and they're not exactly healthy. Sabrett uses sodium nitrate, preservatives, and flavor enhancers that make the taste stronger but the ingredients list scarier. These franks also have higher levels of saturated fat and sodium than many other brands. Street food flavor? Amazing. Clean ingredients? Not so amazing. Another issue, Sabrett is known for its natural casing dogs, which are delicious, but the casings sometimes contain additives too. Their beef is also heavily processed, and the hot dogs are made for mass distribution, not minimal processing. Safe alternative. Look for Bare Bones uncured hot dogs or Thuman's natural casing dogs, still delicious with a real snap, but far cleaner. What makes a hot dog unsafe? Most bad hot dogs share the same problems. 1. Mechanically separated meat. This is the leftover slurry that comes off bones and carcasses. It's cheap and legal but far from appetizing. 2. High sodium. Some brands pack nearly a full day's worth of sodium into one dog. 3. Artificial flavors and additives. If a hot dog needs chemical flavor boosts, that's a red flag. 4. Nitrates and nitrites. These preservatives keep hot dogs pink and shelf-stable but can form carcinogenic compounds when cooked. 5. Fillers and byproducts. Starches, corn syrup, and soy protein are used to bulk up the hot dog instead of using actual meat. 6. Weird textures. If your hot dog bounces like a rubber ball, congratulations, you bought the wrong brand. The hot dogs that are actually safe. Not all franks are Frankensteins. Some brands use real cuts of beef, natural casings, and minimal seasoning. These are your safest bets. 1. Applegate Organics beef hot dogs. No chemicals, no fillers, organic meat, and a clean smokiness. 2. Organic Prairie uncured hot dogs. Grass-fed beef, simple ingredient list, excellent flavor. 3. Boar's Head all beef uncured dogs. One of the cleaner mainstream options with solid taste. 4. True Story Foods uncured dogs. No sugar, no preservatives, family farm sourced. 5. Peterson's Farms uncured beef hot dogs. Minimal ingredients and fantastic texture. 6. Coleman Natural uncured beef hot dogs. Simple, mild, great for kids and sensitive eaters. How to choose a safe hot dog. Here's what to look for on the label. Heavy checkmark 100% grass-fed beef. Avoid blends of chicken and turkey unless you want mystery textures. Heavy checkmark uncured or no added nitrates/nitrites. Natural salts are okay, synthetic ones are not. Heavy checkmark no corn syrup. Because meat shouldn't taste like candy. Heavy checkmark no mechanically separated meat. If you only remember one rule, let it be this one. Heavy checkmark short ingredient list. 6 or fewer ingredients is a good standard. Heavy checkmark natural casings. Better snap, better taste, fewer chemicals. Bonus, why some hot dogs last forever. Ever wonder why some hot dogs could survive the next ice age? That comes from preservatives, nitrites/nitrates, vacuum-sealed packaging, salt levels that could dry an ocean. Food shouldn't behave like a time capsule. If your hot dogs stay fresh for 6 months, it's because chemical preservatives are doing overtime. You don't have to give up hot dogs, you just have to choose the right ones. Skip the chemical-filled brands, keep an eye on labels, and go for Frank's made with real ingredients. Your grill will thank you, and so will your body.